How you feeling today, man?
Tired.
Oh no, not a good
Very
start.
tired.
We're back. We're back.
We're back.
This has got to be. I mean, this is exciting, isn't it? It's again a little bit of work to do, and they can get back to where we want to be. And I don't think we should take these guys lightly. Antonio's been doing fandom for a long time. He's very, very good at it.
You know, I've been in games where I did not expect to be with other high caliber players so soon. And then sometimes they turn out really well, and that's because we take the question one at a time. And that's what I'm gonna do here.
Joseph is a player I think understands the trivia game and how to play it. May not have done it in fandom, but what he's done elsewhere is scary.
I don't know about you, Antonio, but I think we got a good chance. Especially because, not to imply anything, but I've seen some of your older matches against Joe, and I tend to also compliment some of the questions that you might not get. So Joe has a problem this time, which that makes me a little more excited, if you know what I mean.
Yep. The last singles match I played was a title match. The last games match I played is a title match. So not to take these guys lightly, but it's nice to not have to do deep cuts for once.
Yeah, that honestly gives me more confidence because I'll be honest with you, I'm a little bit frightened. I mean, that's what Joe does, and the team he's on. I do feel more prepared than usual, but yeah, I never want to count these guys out. They know their shit. But yeah, you made some good points that actually had me a little bit more enthusiastic. So let's get to it. I feel really good. I feel like we will come out victorious at the end of this day.
Good luck, Igor. Good luck, Joe.
So I'm relaxed. I'm ready. I'm tired, just like they alluded to. Let's just play.
Hello there.
What's up? Welcome back to an exciting episode of Fandom Fights Teams Contender match number 2 for you here in the summer in Alpha and Omega, leading up to our exciting 4-way teams title match. We have Posse Galore, the only team in this picture that was sort of granted this automatic contender match, but I'd say they've earned it. Joe and Igor collectively have played 3 title matches this year, and we've only had 2 acts. It's been kind of nuts. They challenged for the team's belts in Act 1. Joe and Igor separately challenged for the singles belts in Act 2. They've been on an absolute tear. And they're right. They are 1 match away from another shot at the title. But they have no easy task today because they are going up against who I would call the front runners of Rookie Team of the Year at this moment. The only undefeated rookie team left, no ticket to Netherrealm, made up of 2 very good players, Joseph Olivas, Rookie of the Year from last year, and Antonio Chavez. I think they haven't lost. Posse Galore has lost. They could keep that streak alive. And yes, I do think they complement each other very well, but so do Joe and Igor. So without further ado, let's see how the teams do today in the match as we get into round number 1. Round number 1 is going to work like this. There's going to be 10 questions in the realm of Fandom Fights. Each player is going to have 15 seconds to write down their answer. At the end of 15 seconds, we'll say pens down, at which point the players will reveal their answer and say it aloud. Each correct answer is worth 1 point apiece, and should any individual player get all 10 questions correct in round number 1, they would receive a bonus question. Each team will have 3 repeats, 1 challenge for the entirety of the match. Players, any questions as we get into round number 1?
Good luck.
Good luck, guys.
Good luck.
Your first question will come in the category The Worlds of DC. What is the real first name of Cyclone in Black Adam? Not a great film. Not to break my own rule of talking about other movies, but that scene in the Avengers where Loki's like, that was the plan. He's like, not a great plan. I think that about movies a lot. They'll say a movie, I'll be like, not a great film. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Joe.
Maxine.
Antonio.
Yeah, I just picked a random name. Peter. I got that movie. You're right. Shitty.
Igor.
Maxine.
And Joseph.
They had me excited that I had the first 2 letters right. Mark.
Maxine is the correct answer. So Posse will start off 2-0 as we get to the next question in the category of Fight Night. Who composed the score for Mortal Kombat Annihilation? Contender match.
Oh, that's fine.
One day, I will walk up to a random stranger, or maybe just someone at work, and like start a conversation with, you know, who composed the score for Mortal Kombat Annihilation? See what they say. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down. We'll go to Antonio.
I don't know. Harry Gregson Williams.
We'll go to Igor.
John Leonetti.
We'll go to Joseph.
I thought you said who composed. I said Harold Closer.
And Joe.
Can't remember. Couldn't remember.
All unfortunately incorrect. We were looking for George S. Clinton.
Yeah.
I'd
I'd started writing Benjamin Wallfish because I thought you were going 2021. But
Your next question will come in the category of Epic Adventures. What is the name of Indy's pilot who he tells to start the plane while he is chased by the Jovitos at the start of Raiders of the Lost Ark? Spacing issues.
only you spoke Jovitos.
If only. I can count a lot of times in my life where if I had, would have helped. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Igor.
Jock.
We'll go to Joseph.
I hate snakes, Jock. I hate him.
We'll go to Joe.
Yeah, I doubt he's French, so I spell it that way as well. Jock.
And Antonio.
Jock.
Jacques is all clean sweep. 4-2. Let's get to the next question. The category of Galaxy Quests. Which Galaxy Quests film was the first to feature an animal named Spot? Round 1 written by someone else. Credit to that person. That person knew who George S. Clinton was for all of us.
You got. If there's a question you never remember, throw it in a document.
Through that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Joseph.
Unsure. Alien 3?
We'll go to Joe.
Star Trek Generations.
We'll go to Antonio.
Star Trek Generations.
And Igor.
Didn't have it.
Star Trek Generations is correct. So Joe and Antonio will hit that. It's 5-3. Let's get to the next question in the category of Pixar. In Elemental, Wade's family has a competition to see who can go the longest without doing what? No comment.
There was an episode of Seinfeld. Oh no.
Answers in 5.
I don't think it's that.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. I've never seen Seinfeld, but I think I putting pieces together. We'll go to Joe.
I'm out. Crying.
We'll go to Antonio.
I said blowing bubbles.
We'll go to Igor
Crying.
and Joseph.
I misunderstood the question. Stopping crying, like without stopping crying.
Without stopping crying. I don't think we can accept that. Because that's not. So unfortunately, Joseph will miss that, but Posse Galore hits it. It's 7-3. As we get to the next question in the category of the MCU. In Ant-Man, what type of shrunken vehicle does Hank keep on his keychain? Yeah, that last question creates a very nice moment, but it's just quite ridiculous leading up to it.
Butterfly, windshield wiper.
I'm
a butterfly.
Oh, God. Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Antonio.
A tank.
Igor.
Tank.
Joseph.
Tank.
And Joe.
Tank.
Tank is correct. 9-5 as we get to the next question in the category of criminal underworld. Who plays Markham, a customs enforcement agent who clears the records of both Roman and Brian in Too Fast, Too Furious? More sequels should follow this naming convention.
2 Star, 2 Wars.
2 Dune, 2 Sandy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Igor.
James Remar.
Joseph.
I said Cole Hauser.
Joe.
It shows up in a weird amount of fandom films. James Remar.
True. Antonio.
Let's go with the hot chick, Eva Mendes.
James Remar is the correct answer. So Posse will widen the lead 11-5. As we get to the next question in the category of mixed bag. Your question is, what first name is shared by characters in the films Inside Out 2, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning, and Punisher Warzone? I don't watch as many fandom films anymore, so sometimes it's hard to gauge how difficult the question is. Though I did write this one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Start with Joseph.
Gabriel.
We'll go to Joe.
Grace.
We'll go to Antonio.
I also want Grace.
And Igor.
I went Val.
Grace is the correct answer. So Joe and Antonio will hit that. It's 12-6. As we get to the penultimate question in the category of creature features. Which creature features film was the first to feature a gun with a laser pointer that instructs creatures to attack? I will comment on this question. Next question. Because boy, do I have things to say. Yeah, Grace. Very obscure characters in Inside Out 2 and Punisher Warzone.
I just guessed. Was it one? Is it one of her friends, Riley's friends?
4. It is. 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Joe.
Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom.
Antonio.
Damn, I went Godzilla Kong New Empire.
Igor.
Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom.
And Joseph.
Couldn't remember if it was in that one. Jurassic World Dominion.
Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom is the correct answer. So Posse will widen the lead again at 14-6 as we get to the final question, which will come in the category of DC. What is the name of the crystal that Slade tries to obtain throughout Teen Titans Go to the movies? Yeah. Sorry. But anyway, the last one. If you're pointing a laser at someone that's attached to a gun, you could just shoot them. I don't know if they missed that plot hole, but it's a lot quicker than waiting for a dinosaur to attack.
It's the intimidation factor, Nick.
Stupid. It's just
No,
so dumb.
they're just lazy.
It's a great movie they've turned into a farce. 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm talking about the first one. 1. Pens down. We'll start with Antonio.
I don't know. The MacGuffin.
Igor.
I don't know. I said power gem.
Joseph.
I said kryptonite.
And Joe.
Tritonium?
Joe, one too many. It's the ditronium.
Ah!
2, not 3. Ditronium crystals, what we were looking for. So that'll end round number 1. Posse Galore in the lead, 14 to no ticket to Netherrealm's 6. But anything can happen as we get into round number 2. Here's how round number 2 is going to work. It is the wheel round. We have a wheel with 8 fandom categories on it, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. Each team will get a spin at the wheel. If they like to spin the first time, they can keep it. If not, they can choose to spin again. But they will be forced to keep what they spin the second time. You'll get 5 questions in the chosen category, each worth 2 points apiece. Unless you like check down a multiple choice, at which point it'll only be worth 1, but be on the lookout as stealing is available in round number 2. Your categories on the wheel today are Epic Adventures, YA, James Bond, Mixed Bag, Galaxy Quest, Wizarding World, Law and Order, and Creature Features. Posse Galore, you're in the lead. Would you like to spin first or defer to no ticket to Netherrealm?
There's
Let's
nothing I
go.
think we need removed.
Let's go.
Yeah, spin first.
All right, this will be your first spin. That's going to be James Bond.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Sounds
Now
like-
I'm really annoyed that I missed those 2 questions.
That's like the plan. Joe, Igor, I'll be giving you questions in the category of James Bond. Are you prepared for them?
Yep.
Your first question. Which James Bond film features a gadget developed by Q called Snooper?
A View to a Kill. It's that little dog thing, the little dog robot. I'm
Okay.
sure. A View to a Kill. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
Like K9 from Doctor Who, but scaled down.
Your second question. John Kitzmiller and Roy Stewart both have played a character with what name in a James Bond film?
Quarrel.
Oral.
Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. Your third question. How does Stamper die at the end of Tomorrow Never Dies?
Explosion.
Yeah.
He's attached to the missile and then
With his shoe, yeah, like he gets his foot stuck. Yeah.
explosion. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. All right, your penultimate question. What is the full name of the figure skater who falls for Bond in For Your Eyes Only?
BB Doll.
Yep.
BB Doll. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. Posse Galore, your final question. In Diamonds Are Forever, how does Bond successfully fake his own death, convincing Tiffany Case?
Oh. That's
Oh,
not the Peter Franks thing. Like the
yeah,
wallet, right?
He
He switches wallets with Peter
switches
Franks,
wallets
right?
with Peter Franks. He switches wallets with Peter Franks. Final answer.
And that is correct for 2 more points and a clean sweep of James Bond. Posse Galore gets their score up to 24. So we'll bring back in the wheel and no ticket to Netherrealm. This will be your first spin. That's going to be Spinner's
Wow.
Choice.
Correct.
I don't know why I'm not excited about this, but anyway. What are you feeling?
I am a little bit on the low side. I don't know. You want to just take Law and Order because I know you feel good about it.
Yeah, but if we're since we need to really get all these questions that we want, I guess where we're both pretty good. I don't want you to be on the low end of it. Just do it, you know what I mean? Do we go Galaxy Quest then?
You could try it.
You feel higher in Galaxy Quest than you do in Law and Order?
Sorry?
Do you feel higher on Galaxy Quest than you do on Law and Order?
A little bit, yes.
So I'd rather take that little bit. Any little bit counts right now. So
All right, let's do a Galaxy Quest then.
all right.
All right. No ticket to Netherrealm. I'll be giving you your questions in the category of Galaxy Quests. Are you prepared for them?
Sir.
Yes.
Your first question. What is the only Star Wars film to feature Yoda killing someone?
Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah. Revenge of the Sith, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. Who plays Israeli defense sniper Isabel in Predators?
That's Alice Braga, I believe.
I think you're right. Yes.
Yeah. Alice Braga, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
From I Am
Your
Legend.
third question. What political title does Shinzon have in Star Trek Nemesis?
Is Praetor a political title? I'm just making sure. Yeah. That's the only thing I know they call it. Yeah. All right.
No,
Praetor.
that's right.
Praetor, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
I had no idea it was a political title.
All right, no ticket. Your penultimate question. What is the name of Jake and Neytiri's youngest son in Avatar: The Way of Water?
Son,
Loak.
Loak, right. Yeah, son, it's Loak. So, wait. Yeah, let's go with Loak.
Fine.
Yeah,
Final
Loak,
answer.
final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
I was like, do you count Spider? Because he's adopted, but I'm like, no, fuck that.
Technically, no. Yeah.
All right.
You could have challenged your way out of that.
All right, here's the sitch. 10-point gap. If Posse Galore gets a steal on this question, that will be the match. If not, we will continue. No ticket to Netherrealm. Your final question at Galaxy Quests. How is Rabin related to Vladimir in Dune Part 2?
Vladimir's. That's Bautista's character, so I think that's Vladimir's nephew. Was his nephew? Because he always calls him uncle.
We can do that.
Yeah. He's Vladimir's nephew. Final answer.
And that is correct for 2 more points and a clean sweep of Galaxy Quests. No ticket to Netherrealm gets their score up to 16. Posse at 24. We have an 8-point gap as we get into round number 3. Round number 3 is going to work like this. It is the betting round. We have 5 more questions in the realm of Fandom Fights. Once the teams hear the category, they can choose who will take the question. The other player will have to take question 2. They can reset for questions 3 and 4. And teams can confer on the 5th and final question. Once they hear the category, they can bet anywhere between 0 and 2 points on the question. If they get the question correct, they'll gain those points. If they get the question incorrect, they will lose those points. We will play until someone is mathematically eliminated or we've reached the end of the match. Teams, any questions as we get into round number 3?
Nope.
Your first category you can bet points on is the Wizarding World. Let's get bets started with Posse Galore. Who will be taking it for how much?
Take it for 2.
And no ticket to Netherrealm.
I will take it for 2.
All right, your question in the Wizarding World. In The Secrets of Dumbledore, it is revealed that the fake case that Jacob was carrying during the final offense contained what specifically? Performance. We'll get answers in 5, 4, 3.
I'll use a repeat, please.
All right, that is the first repeat for no ticket to Netherrealm. The question again. In The Secrets of Dumbledore, it is revealed that the fake case that Jacob was carrying during the final offense contained what specifically? Answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Joe.
Baked goods.
And Joseph.
Pastries.
Both correct. Needed more than food. Pastries, baked goods. That is correct. So both teams will hit. Both teams will get 2 points. It is 26 to 18 as we get to the next category that Igor and Antonio have to take. The category is creature features. Let's get started with Antonio.
Deuce.
And Igor.
I'll do one.
All right. Your question in creature features. Which creature features film features a device called a technodrome? If Igor hits this question, that will end the match. If Antonio misses this question, it will end the match. So if neither of them do those two things, the match will not end. Right now. It'll end later than right now. Answers in 5, 4, 3, 2,
Repeat.
1. All right, that is the second repeat for No Ticket to Netherrealm. Question again. Which creature features film features a device called a technodrome? I spent the weekend with the baby, so I understand the cries and stuff that are happening. Super fun. Answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Start with Antonio.
I don't know. You went part again. About the con.
And Igor.
Is this Krang's bullshit from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows?
And your winners, Posse Galore. It was indeed Krang's bullshit from Out of the Shadows. So Posse Galore takes the match, playing absolutely lights out. I can't even knock No Ticket to Netherrealm's game. They had an iffy round 1, but after that, they took off running. It was just too late. If you're going to play Posse Galore, you got to play that way the whole time. And I think No Ticket to Netherrealm is capable of that. Just didn't happen today. But overall, Posse Galore showing that they're continuing to dominate this game. They made it back to their second title match this year. And if they play like they did today, those other 3 teams should be scared. So let's see how the teams are feeling in the post-match interviews. No Ticket to Netherrealm. Unfortunate loss today, but at the end of round number 1, we were itching towards knockout territory. At the end of their round 2, we were itching towards knockout territory. There's very little wiggle room. And you guys worked together very well, as you have been doing in each match you've played so far, to avoid that and make it too deep in round 3. So ultimately, I think you can take that as a win and say, like, hey, maybe if we had a better round 1, this match goes a totally different way. And you're playing 2 guys who are probably future teams champions, and probably each individually future singles champions as well. But overall, how do you guys feel this went? It's your first loss, but I think you played one hell of a match.
I just want to say, like, I apologize for not pulling my weight there. Like, there's a few questions in that first round where I'm like, if I took a little bit more time and not try to rush anything, there's like 2 or 3 questions I could have gotten there. So, like, well, next time. But Antonio is like, what's the word I'm looking for? Spectacular in round 2. And also, if for nothing else, I will be forever happy that that repeat helped me remember Secrets of Dumbledore. I was just like, Secrets of Dumbledore. I've only seen it once. Dang it. Okay. Well, no. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Yes. Like,
see, it's stuff like that, really Joseph. It's stuff like that, Joseph, that makes you a threat no matter where you play, because anyone can watch Secrets of Dumbledore 100 times. They might not like their life, but they can. But you have this ability that other trivia players have, but it's definitely a necessity to have, where you can just reason your way to the answer. Like, okay, Jacob owns a pastry shop. It's a good guess to guess pastries, and it gets you one question further. But at the end of the day, like I said, you guys played a great match. You're a great team playing together well. Antonio, you might not have made it to a title match this time. Do you think that is in your future?
Yeah, I do feel, again, I'm trying to take the positive here, and I will correct Joseph saying we were spectacular. I appreciate the kudos, but there's a reason why I asked that he was a little bit better, and I'm like, I feel like that mattered. There's a reason why we swept that, because his little bit helped. I was like, being able to sweep that for 10 points felt really good. I kind of told him before the match, I was like saying round one is going to be the make or break, and it was the break, and that's the thing. I know that we both can get better. I think that what's funnily enough, it's like, oh, Secrets of Dumbledore and then also Black Adam. I think when it comes to shitty movies is where we have to like really, really work on our memory. But
Yeah,
otherwise, that's always
kind of
the Achilles heel. Yeah. So, and then also with, I keep forgetting that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is a creature feature. But yeah, either way, I feel good. Again, this is our first loss. So like you said, there's a lot of positive to take out. I know we're still growing a lot. There's still a lot of progress that we can make. I still feel like we got a long way to go before being the truly best version of ourselves, and we're still pretty scary right now. So maybe those just teach us to just regroup. I know we always want to get better and keep on complimenting each other well, and I know we will come back with a vengeance.
Indeed. Well, there are not many rookie teams that can say they've even made it to a contender match, and you guys have done that. The year's only half over, so I look forward to seeing what you can do as we progress on. But for now, congrats on a great match, and we'll see you guys soon. Posse Galore, showing why we might as well have just skipped the other matches and thrown you guys in the contender match because you guys played insane. You haven't skipped a beat. You've been playing a lot this year, so that probably helps. But at the end of the day, that's pretty hard round one, as evident by Joseph and Antonio, who are two very good players, not doing that well. You guys scored a title match level score in round one, and then continued to keep the pressure on sweeping round two. You guys are just sort of playing textbook. This, like, if anyone is to be like, how should I play this? Well, it's like, look at how Posse Galore is playing right now. Did it feel that way? Did you have some nerves coming in because you guys have been getting like up to the final point and things haven't been going your way at the final point? Has that been on your mind, or were you just ready to get back in and go?
I think Antonio and Joseph showed why they're going to be a really good team. They're already a great team, but why they're going to be even better. I think that round two was really like hitting 10 in a contender match, Galaxy Quest. That's no easy feat. And like you said to Joseph as well, like using that reason knowledge that he has to get that like the pastries answer, that's the sort of thing that shows a quality of a team. And I was very impressed. And yeah, I feel good about the way we played. I think I missed 2, Eagle missed 3. So that's a nice level playing field to be playing on. And yeah, the wheel works in our favor. We got Bond, and if we did spun again, we'd have got spinners. So it's nice for when those things work in your favor. And then the first question comes out as Wizarding World, something else I feel strong in. So yeah, I think things worked out for us in terms of what was in the match, but also the way we played as well. So I'm very happy with the way it went.
Igor,
yeah. Joe said most of everything. So yeah, no, it's
I
good.
have another question for you.
Aha!
You guys are moving on to your third title match ever. Third time against Duel of the Fates. Though there will be others there, do you think that will give you an advantage? Will it be kind of a 3-on-1, or do you now have to fend off 3 teams? How are you guys going into that, Igor?
I'm just praying for my internet to stay alive on that particular call. But no, all kidding aside, I think everyone's there looking out for themselves. I don't think anyone's there to try to help the other team just to beat Duel. Whoever it ends up being, they're going to be gunning for a title, and we're going to be gunning for the title too. So yeah, I think wheel spins are going to be important in that one because there's a lot of wheel spins to be done. There's a lot of steals to be had and a lot of points to go around that way. And having just a strong first round is going to be important in that one. And I think today with a contender level, we showed that we can do a pretty good job in a round 1, and we just got to maintain that for a title match. And the rest hopefully kind of falls into place with the work that we can put in.
Fully agree. Well, Posse Galore, congratulations on your win. We'll see you in the title match. That's coming up real soon, so get ready. We'll see you soon. And that'll bring us to the end of this here Fandom Fights Teams Contender match. A great one for you. Posse Galore taking the win and moving on to their third title match. It's going to be crazy. Get ready as we ramp up here. Alpha Tournament, Omega Tournament. It's all happening right now. Check it all out, and we'll see y'all next time on another exciting episode of Fandom Fights.